Tamarind balls. Did you know that one of Jamaica's most popular childhood treats comes from a fruit that is naturally sweet, sour, and incredibly nutritious? Today, I'm showing you how to make authentic Jamaican tamarind balls. Simple, traditional, and delicious. If you have not tried tamarind balls, or you may have never even heard of it, depending on where you're from, then I urge you to do a quick Google search. Yes, guys, I don't know about you, but I use Google for everything. Google for spelling, Google for search. So, yeah, if you have never heard about it, do a quick Google search. It will give you a comprehensive overview of the plant, the fruit, and everything about it. But here is a quick summary. Tamarind is a tropical fruit with a beautiful balance of sweet, tangy, and slightly sour flavor. For generations across the Caribbean, especially in Jamaica, tamarind has been used to make refreshing drinks, sauces, candies, and of course, the delicious tamarind balls. Growing up, many of us remember tamarind balls being sold by street vendors or made in the home by our parents or grandparents. Simple tamarind pulps, sugar, sometimes with a touch of spice, rolled together into a flavorful treat. Today, I'm going to be showing you how to make authentic Jamaican tamarind balls, Chef Huie's style. Greetings, everyone. Welcome back again to Chef Huie's Culinary Television, where I bring you plant-based dishes inspired by the rich flavors of Jamaica, the wider Caribbean, and international cuisine. In today's video, I will be introducing to you one of the Caribbean's most beloved traditional treats. Simple, traditional, and absolutely delicious. Let's get into the recipe, guys. So what we got here is the tamarind itself. This is tamarind. It's in a pot, and we're gonna break this pot. And I've already gone ahead, guys, and I have broken it, take them apart, but I kept a few. That's because I wanted to show you exactly how it is done and what it looks like in its original state before it gets broken down. The tamarind is sticky, guys, so you could use gloves or you could just use your finger, but I'm going to show you exactly how tamarind is prepared. So these are some that I got here that are already taken from the shell for the purpose of time. There can be a little bit time consuming, so for the purpose of saving time, I did went ahead and prepare these in advance, but I wanted to show you in real time what this looks like. So this shell is this. So you have to break it from the shell. See this? So you have to break it from the shell. And it's not surprising you find small pieces of the shell sticking onto the pulp, the flesh of the tamarind. And once you remove all the shells, guys, then you have to remove this little string right here. See this? Yes. This is a string that holds the whole things together, and this is how it's hanging on the tree. So we remove all of those. Now what you leave here with, guys, is the tamarind itself. Now inside this tamarind is a seed. And so I'm going to break it open so you can see exactly what that seed looks like. So the tamarind seed, guys, it's a little black seed. It looks like this. And so there are some people, when they make their tamarind balls, they like to have one seed in every tamarind. And then there's others who don't want to encounter even a seed. They just want a nice pulp to melt away in their mouth. And so this boils down to a matter of preference. So what I'm going to do, I will remove a few seeds and I'll leave the others intact. That means when you're eating, you'll get some with seeds and then there's going to be some without seeds. We're going to go ahead and we're going to remove the shell from all of these, and then we're going to get right into the recipe and I'll show you exactly how we're going to make this tamarind ball today. Again, we're going to remove this string here. The string is what, it's like the umbilical cord, guys. Think of it that way. It holds everything together, travel all the way down to the fruit. That's the best way I can think of describing it. So most of them is already prepared, so I'll just go ahead and do this few so you can get a real understanding of exactly how this is done. And if you're in Jamaica, you could get the nice fresh tamarinds directly from the tree. Obviously, I do not have that benefit, so my tamarinds have been sitting in my refrigerator for about a day or so, and so it's a little bit dry, and I'm going to show you exactly what we're going to do to rehydrate it and make it becomes nice and juicy again. So now that we have removed the tamarinds from the pod, what we got here for seasoning our tamarind is we have two types of sugar, guys. I have the white granulated sugar, I have brown sugar, I have a little bit of Chef Huie's homemade Scotch bonnet pepper, about a teaspoon. And stay tuned, you'll hear more about Chef Huie's homemade Scotch bonnet pepper in the coming months. And this here, guys, is some ground ginger. This is ground allspice, the same thing we call pimento, and this is ground nutmeg. That's all we're going to be working with, guys. And so at this point, what I'm going to do, I'm going to massage it into the tamarind and make it almost like a paste. So let's start with the sugar. I'm going to add our nutmeg, allspice, ginger, and of course the great Scotch bonnet pepper. And this Scotch bonnet pepper, it's optional, guys. If you think you can't handle it, you could skip it. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put on my gloves at this point and I'm gonna rub all of these in and make the paste before we make the balls. So we're gonna break up the tamarind, guys. We're gonna break them up. We're gonna rub in the sugar and break them up. And if they ever get really dry, and I might have to do it here, what we will do is just take like 1 tablespoon of warm water and pour it on there, and that will help to rehydrate it and allow it to absorb the season a little bit more. It's not unusual that in doing so you might come across a couple of the strings that didn't get removed when we were originally removing them earlier. You might just want to do that as you go along if you encounter them. But other than that, guys, so what I got here, guys, is about a tablespoon and a half of warm water. I'm gonna just add it to the tamarind balls. Like I said earlier, this is gonna help to rehydrate and moisten the tamarind so you can rub the seasoning in. And while you're so doing, at this point is where you could remove some of the seeds so you don't have all the seeds if you use one of those persons who don't like to encounter a lot of seeds. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to pour my brown sugar here on this plate. I'm going to pour some white sugar on this plate. And at this point, I'm gonna go ahead and start making some of these tamarind balls. What we're doing, guys, we're gonna roll them. You could roll them in whatever size you like them to be. I like to make them in about no more than a 1 ounce. It could be anywhere from a half an ounce to 1 ounce. Bear in mind that some of them have seeds in them, so it's not all tamarind. So you don't want them to make them too small. At the same time, you don't want to make them too big. So there we go. We just take some of the sugar and we sprinkle over them. We're gonna have two types. We're gonna have the one with the white sugar, and we're gonna have the one with the brown sugar. And we just roll them in the sugar like this. Roll them in the sugar. And here goes the one with the brown sugar. And so you can see the contrast between them. Just a difference in color. So there you go, guys. That's it. It's the Jamaican Tamarind Balls. But don't forget to check out the Nutritional Spotlight. The Nutritional Spotlight is a segment in all of my videos where we take a critical and in-depth look at the ingredient or the entire recipe. So today, guys, we're going to take a look at tamarind, specifically tamarind. We're going to take a look at the nutritional value, the nutrients, and what it has to offer. Here goes, Nutritional Spotlight for this video. And so here we go, guys. The Jamaican Tamarind Balls. Not sophisticated, not complicated, simple. Just a few ingredients together. Roll them out. Now, I always gotta have to warn you. There's a lot of sugar here. The good thing about it is that the tamarind ball is such a versatile fruit. It has such a natural taste and a natural flavor. It balances out the sugar. So even though we had sugar to it, I think it's a natural balance. But nevertheless, I still want to remind you that anytime you're using processed items like sugar, you want to do it in moderation. So maybe you should just taste one of the tamarind balls. I got a seed. And for me, guys, this is where it's fun. I just like to have a seed in my mouth. So here you go. I have a seed in the mouth. But some folks just don't like to. Some people don't like bones. Some don't like seeds. And it's like everything nice and soft, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's a preference. So if that's your preference, nothing's wrong with it. But guys, depends on where you live. If you have a Caribbean store, you may be able to find Cambry. Try this recipe. I think you'll like it.